And welcome back to Movie Nerds. My name is Tom, folks. On today's episode, we were just going to be doing a lot of information, catching up on what we watched, and see what's going on in the movie industry. Come join us. Welcome back to Movie Nerds. I have my usual co-host here, Dave. How's it going, man?
Good, man. Yeah, I'm curious to hear about some of the news in the movie industry. That's
Oh, there's a lot of
I
time.
wonder if is it like reactionary news to
No, it's
other things, or is it
no, it's
like
rumors and like
okay,
confirmed stuff, but we'll talk about it.
okay?
It's been a while, folks. We haven't been on. Life is busy. I am gonna put hey Dave, you've been to Disney World?
I've never been to
You
Disney
never been to
World.
Disney World. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do a separate podcast reviewing my trip to Disney World
All right,
and the pros and cons of Disney World, and we're gonna see which is better, Disney World or Disneyland. That's gonna be on a separate
oh
podcast.
yeah. Now you've been to both, huh? Is this was this
Yeah,
your first time to Disney World?
first time to Disney World. I
Okay,
thought I would be lost because we went with me, my family, and my wife's sister and her family because she's been there multiple times. But I mean, just because we thought we would need them to be our guide and stuff, but we didn't need them. We could have gone by ourselves. But it was fun to have them there because it's always fun to go in a group.
yeah,
It was fun, and so, but
okay.
it was pretty. Let's just say I still think Disneyland is better in the aspect of transportation. That is a key thing.
Transportation, like in the
Like
park,
get
or
in and out of the park. Disney World is so spread out that
okay.
if you don't have your own car to be able to get to wherever you want to go, you're stuck in that resort and you're stuck with the price and all that stuff that goes in there. And so,
Hmm.
but if you have your own car, you can go out of it and go get something cheaper. But anyways, that's well, we'll talk about it.
Oh,
I
you're
have my
talking about food.
food. Yeah, no, it's food wise, anything. Just
Okay.
activity
All
for the
right.
kids and stuff like
All
that.
right.
So, pros
Okay.
and cons coming to you. I'm trying to get my wife to get on it because she wants. She said she
All
would
right.
disagree with it.
What'd she say?
Which part? Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
she's.
She's talking about having our own car.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
because it's spread apart. There's plenty
Man.
of stuff around there. You just gotta find it. We'll talk about it.
Looking.
Anyways, let's
Yeah.
get
Looking
to
forward to that review. That'll be fun.
that'll be fun. Let's get to it. Let's talk about what we've seen so far. So recently I caught up. Dave has already seen part one of Cobra Kai. That is correct.
Yeah. Part. This is the final season, right?
This is the final season,
Yeah. I've seen
and
part one.
there's three parts to the
There's.
what's it called? To this final saga. There's
Oh.
part one, 1 through 5, part
Okay.
two, six through
Six
10,
through eight. Six through 10.
6 through 10, and then I think the last parts will be to fifth, probably 11 to 15. I'm guessing. I'm not sure how many episodes there is, but that's how they're doing it. And so, and on
Why?
top of
Why
that,
don't they just do like three more seasons? Why do they release them 5 episodes at a time? That's weird.
but they're also doing a movie as well that's
No, they're
connected
not. Are
to
you
the series. Oh
serious?
yeah, and here's the movie. It's with Jackie Chang.
I don't know how I
So
feel about that. I don't like that idea.
I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to bring Jackie Chan into this universe,
Sure, but
but I mean
Cobra Kai, it's karate, but I guess there's Korean, they got Korean style mixed in there too, but, or
I
is it
guess
Vietnamese? I don't know.
I don't know. But you remember the Karate Kid
The
movie
one with
with
Jackie
Jackie
Chan?
Chan and
Yeah, yeah, I remember that.
Will Smith's son. What was his name? Jaden or whatever his name is.
Jaden
Yeah.
Smith. Yeah.
And that was a great movie. I enjoyed that movie, and for
Yeah,
what it
it was
was,
basically a kung fu version of
kung
the
fu
original
version
Karate
of Karate
Kid.
Kid. So
Yeah.
that world is gonna mesh up with Cobra Kai world.
Mm,
is combined.
ah,
So you're gonna have Ralph Macchio who plays um what the heck's his name?
Daniel
Daniel
LaRusso,
Russo and Jackie Chan who plays the mentor of that in the
Mr.
new
Han.
yeah. I believe that's what it is. And so that is gonna be going in production soon. So I've
I don't know
seen
if I'm
all
gonna.
10.
I mean, I've seen I did see one promotion for it, but I don't think I'm gonna watch that, man.
If it's connected to Cobra Kai, I'd be
Yeah, I don't know if
interested.
I will. I don't know if
No,
I
it will.
will.
It does. It does.
No,
It,
I believe you that it will be
oh,
connected to
okay.
Cobra Kai. I just don't know if that's going to be enough for me to watch it.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure I will. Are they going to release it on Netflix
No, it's gonna be
in
it,
theaters?
in theaters.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Streaming makes things so easy to just like wait. Let's just wait until it comes. Especially if I'm not that interested in it. Like, it
Yeah,
makes it easy to just wait and then watch it whenever I want,
I
or
agree.
you
I
know what I
agree.
mean? Like in the
But
comfort of my
I
own
if
home.
it's the same people who's doing the Cobra Kai series, the showrunner and the creator, then I'm in for it. Because I mean, look, going, I was addicted. First season, this is season 6, right? No, what season
Is
is it?
it? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, season 6, I believe.
You keep going.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
let me
No,
see.
I'm actually looking at it too. I believe
Oh, you
this is
are?
season 6,
I think you might be right.
and I enjoy every single one of them. Like I can't. Yeah, it's season 6. Let's see, season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this is season 6. Holy
Okay.
cow, that's crazy. That it's been this long.
6 seasons. I
6
remember it
seasons.
because that started as like a YouTube
YouTube, then it went to Netflix.
series,
Yeah, and so they picked it
and
up,
then Netflix
and
picked it up.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I thought it's a great series. It's not like the greatest of all, the greatest series of all time, but I thoroughly
Right.
get hooked on it when I watch it. I gotta watch more. You bring in the elements of, the past and how it affects the future of each individual, the characters, and
Yeah,
so
true.
I have to say, season 6 so far is probably the one of the weakest of all.
Agreed.
I feel
Yeah.
like we've done this before, but in a different setting. How many
Yeah.
times you have to kill Kreese or get
Yeah.
rid of him? How many
Yeah.
times you have
Come
to
on.
kill
Yeah.
Silva? Or what's his name? Silva? Is that the guy's name?
Mike
Anyway,
Silver? Mike
yeah, whatever.
Silver?
Yeah,
Or is it Mike Silver? I don't know.
I don't know.
That
How
guy.
many
I know who you're
times
talking
you have
about.
to get rid of him? Like, I mean, it's like it's rehashing certain things, but then you add new elements to the story character. I feel like season 6 is still enjoyable. Don't get me wrong; it's really enjoyable, but I feel like there's so many plot points or different plots that
There's
doesn't need to be in
and
there.
they're all flip like and all the characters like they're flipping and
Yeah,
flopping back and forth between
it's I
yeah.
think the best character in this series is or in this season is Tori, the girl,
Yeah. As
because
far as like
she
character development and
development,
story
yeah,
story
story, and
arcs, yeah,
she has
she's
more of
got
an
the best
arc,
one.
and but she
Yeah.
does this. Well, you haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to. Oh no, you saw this
So the last I saw part one was it her mom that died?
dies, and then she flips over to
Yeah.
Cobra Kai
And they go to
to
the tournament
yeah.
in where
So
is it?
it's like
Switzerland? I
at a
don't
certain
know.
point, we've got to stop this flip flopping over and over. It's like it's been done before,
The arc has to
and
be completed at some
yeah,
point.
and I'm sitting there. It's like she's gonna have conflicts joining this team. She's gonna be unsure of what she wants to do. So it's
Yeah.
like, well, that's so
We've
predictable
we've
because
done
she
this
has a
dance
heart.
before with this
She has a
character.
heart, and
Yeah.
she was already making friends with Samantha Russo.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
They came to
we're
some kind of
it's like
resolution,
back and forth, back and forth.
building bridges. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand what they did to her character when her mom died. Why wouldn't it makes the senseis really not connected with the kids. I mean, how do you not know if her
Yeah.
mom died? If you're
Yeah.
invested in a child's in their lives, I have a coach. I have a coach, and he knows when I was in high school, he knows what's going on with my life. At a certain point, not all the details, but he knows if like something happens to you, he would know. We've had,
Yeah,
we
well,
had
these characters seemingly I mean, it's portrayed that they're very involved
yeah.
with each other's
And
lives.
then
So,
and for like for instance, Johnny in the final fifth episode, he was trying to get this girl, the Devon, I think that's her name, the Asian girl, trying to like
oh
push her,
yeah,
push. But like, where did that? I know he was her first student, but if he knew about like, wouldn't he pay more attention to like? I mean, he should pay attention to all of them, but he was
yeah.
so focused on her that he went to pick a fight with that one Barnes for over her. It's like what? Tori is your
Oh
game.
yeah,
Like you not you like. It's just like I don't know. Anyways, I think there was too many subplot in this entire
subplots.
this season. And none of them is going to pay off because you at a certain point you're going to have to either like have a resolve a certain storyline like the Kenny and that pooping his pants. I thought that was stupid.
Oh
Why
yeah, that
he
was
the,
dumb.
the kid you made the kid, he has this anger and he's unsure of what he wants to do with his life, and you put that plot in there to it didn't make sense to me why you would make him a laughing stock when he was
Yeah.
already conflicted. His character is more conflicted in a serious manner than it is for that. I don't know. I thought that was dumb, but you have to watch the
All
rest.
right. I'll watch part two of this
Yes, I can't. I don't
season.
want to give it away. I thought part two was better than
Really,
part
season
one.
seven.
Part two was better than part one.
Okay.
There are certain elements in two that I thought was dumb, which is the last episode of. Actually, the last episode was kind of crazy, but
Okay.
how I'm just gonna say this: how one team gets eliminated, and then all of a sudden that one of the other team that moved on to the next round, all of a sudden they threw in this stupid pot device to get rid of that team so that the team that
Oh,
got
geez.
eliminated could come back in. I'm like, what?
Okay.
I was like, what
I'll have
are
to
you
check that
doing?
out.
It's so dumb. I'm like, why would you do that? It's the
I like
dumb.
sometimes
No, no.
these,
I'll tell you this. You've seen Dodgeball, right?
yeah.
Okay. I might be giving this away. And it's okay. I think you'd be fine. I think the audience will be fine. It's the same plot, a same plot device that Dodgeball used when they first had the dodgeball match.
When they first have the dodgeball match,
Do you remember the first match they went up against the girls to cook
the
a
Girl Scouts,
Scout
right?
cookie? And they what? And they
Oh,
lost?
but she was on testosterone or something like that. She was on.
That
No,
is
for
the
real.
device they threw in
Oh
there to get
gosh.
Cobra.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Someone's on performance enhancing drugs.
yep. It's so stupid.
Jeez.
You
Okay.
played you you put no effort into telling us in the writing or in the previous scenes that that's
So
even
this is a character
possible.
that's been with the series for a while.
Yeah, that's that even possible. And I'm sitting there, it's like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do you? It's so sloppy and and they rushed it. I feel they rushed. Anyways, just watch it. I think this
Okay.
is one of the weakest season of all of them. I love
Is this
season one.
something is this something that Netflix is doing now? They're releasing part of a season,
I don't know.
like
I think
partial seasons,
they're just trying to. It's for ratings. It's for
extending their you're
number.
just
Yeah,
trying to
basically. And
it's
they
for
usually
attention,
don't.
right? It's for
And usually
viewer attention, subscriber attention.
Netflix never. Um, they cancel a lot of shows. The fact that Cobra
Oh,
Kai
they cancel
has
probably more than what they
yeah, but the
release, right?
fact that like Stranger Things and Cobra Kai still have that to have them up to like 5 to 6 season, it's incredible that they're still on there. So because they usually
Yeah.
cancel everything, and so
Well, I
Anyways,
noticed this with so they did this with Stranger the last season of
the
Stranger
the
Things, right? They released part of the season.
they're breaking it up. Yep.
But they and that last episode was like a movie length, right?
Yeah. So
But they did. I noticed they did it with. So they did it with Cobra Kai, and then I
yeah,
started watching Arcane season 2, and they're doing it with that too.
yeah. So I don't know how they're
So they
gonna.
only released like 3 episodes of season 2. I don't.
I
It's
have
got to
no
be
clue.
just to retain
No, it
subscribers.
is. It is. And here's the thing: Netflix is still the top dog in streaming, so they can do
Are
what they
they?
want.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
they're always
Okay.
going to be top dog. Their numbers bigger than Disney and Max can combine. So
Yeah, because they don't really have ad space.
no, they don't. And so
That's not something they've introduced yet, and I hope they never do,
yeah.
because that is one thing that keeps me subscribed to Netflix is that there's not ads. Like, because like your
So
base
you do
subscription to
they do
Max is
have
ads,
ads. They
right?
do have ads tiers.
Netflix has
They
ads.
do, yeah.
I
They
didn't
have
know
a
they
tier
had
for
ad.
it.
Oh,
It's cheaper. It's like seven
oh,
ninety.
I did not.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's how Max
Anyways,
is too, right?
yeah, Max the same way, even Disney Plus.
And
But I
Disney
think we're gonna
Plus
change it
also.
because it's getting expensive, man.
Disney
Getting
is.
just
Did you guys
everything.
bundle?
I have the bundle,
Yeah.
so it's went up
Yeah,
to
that makes
21 now.
sense.
So,
Well, what's some other news that you wanted to get to?
well, we'll get to yeah. So just comment down below. Have you seen Cobra Kai Part One and Part Two? If you have, I want to know your thoughts. I want you to, if you agree with what I thought, that this is probably the one of the least, probably the least, what was it, the worst? Not
The
worst. I don't want to say
weakest.
the weakest season of all Cobra Kai. I have a friend. I mean he does it to troll people on Facebook, but he said this is the greatest series of all time, and I know he's trolling, but maybe he believes that, but he's out of his damn mind. If you think that's the greatest series, you don't know television, my friend, because you have not watched The Penguins, you have not watched House of
That
Dragons,
is another thing. I'm not caught up on the Penguin, but I have seen. Oh, how many episodes are out now? I think I've seen 4 or 5
four or
episodes of
five.
the Penguin.
Man,
Yeah.
if what's her name does not get an Emmy nomination,
Oh,
is
for Sophia
yeah. She's the girl
Falcone.
from she's the How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, that's her. And she's been in that movie with Adam Sandberg, whatever his name is. In that
Andy Samberg.
yeah, Andy? What's the movie called?
I don't know.
It was something to do with time. She keeps repeating because he keeps dying, or the day keeps repeating itself. It's a great movie. Maybe it's called Palm Spring. Yeah, it's called Palm Spring. She was great in that, and so
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
she's really good. She's so good in this Penguin series. But I'll
Yeah,
let you
she
finish
is.
that and we'll review it. And so, but anyways,
Okay, sounds good. I'll get caught up.
let us know what you think of Cobra Kai part two. Uh the ending of part two, I was like, what the heck? It left it like, holy cow, I can't wait for part three. The last
Okay.
episode is insane. It's insane. But like I said again, it's been done before. It's
Mm,
been done before. And you know you watch it, you'll see what I mean. It's just in a different circumstances and different situation or different place.
okay.
But the exact same, just like season one, season two, season three, season four, season five. The ending of part two, season episode 10, it's almost like a season finale, almost. And so, but anyways, go check it out.
But it's left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. And the
Okay.
cliffhanger is pretty insane what happened in here. It's pretty insane.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And
All
one more
right.
thing. So I can't give this away. It's just be too much. I'm not gonna talk about. But if you've seen part two, the device they use for as well, a plot device that they use to get Daniel to like get off his game to be unfocused with the with the karate and the tournament and all that. Mr. Miyagi's plot device is stupid.
Hmm.
It's predictable.
Hmm.
It's you know that even though the showrunner and the writer tells you this, but you'll know the result at the end. It's not
Okay.
it's predictable. That's why I'm glad they're ending it season 6. Because if they
Yeah.
go any longer, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Anyways, let me know, comment down below. Let's move on to some news. As Travis Kelsey and Jason, they say new news, but we're not gonna do that because that would be trade. Would be stealing. New. We're gonna do movie news.
Movie
Um,
news.
movie news. I think when is it coming out? Let's talk about Moana 2. There was
Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, it's coming out Thanksgiving weekend. I think
Okay.
my family are gonna go see it. Although this week, this Saturday, we're gonna go see Wicked.
Wicked is coming out this weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I am a Broadway nerd. I love Broadway. I don't prance around and sing like they do, but I respect and enjoy, well, all that stuff. But Moana 2, the animation is coming out Thanksgiving weekend, and it is not tracking well. In fact, they are not allowing critics or whoever will get to see it first to do a review
They can't release a review
until
until
the day
after they
of
release the movie.
no the day of the movie release. Then they can put it out.
Wow.
That is not good.
Wow. So everyone's had pre-screening.
Yeah,
They're like, you're like, they must sign an NDA or something that they
yeah,
can't
they have
release
to.
their
Yeah,
reviews
they have
until.
to.
Oh,
So
wow.
you can give a
Disney's been
reaction.
doing this a lot lately,
No, not all movies,
haven't
but
they?
yeah, any movies that make you wait till the day of the movie release is a red flag in an industry.
Yeah.
What that means is
Yeah.
that they don't believe in their movies. And guess what,
They're
guys?
not confident.
They're not confident in this movie. And you know what? Moana is one of the probably if you go to Disney Plus, it was like the most view of that year when it was released into a streaming service. It is huge. The first one, I love the first one.
Excuse me.
The first one's great.
Yeah.
And I just realized what time is it over there?
It's
It's
10:30,
11.
right?
Oh, 10:30. Yeah, I forget, dude.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, you're good.
uh,
You're
so
good.
so that's coming out and it's not talking about, but the news is not about Moana 2, the animation. The
Okay,
news
what's the news?
is Moana, the live action movie.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
why? What the dude? I don't know how I feel about Hollywood lately, man.
hold
Hollywood,
on.
Disney, whatever. Like,
I know. But hold on, let me talk about
why
the
are we
news.
doing this?
I know. So The Rock is in it.
Do you have any better news? Something.
Well, here's the thing. I'm talking about this because there was a trailer that came out yesterday, and I don't know if you saw it. If you haven't, get a chance,
I
go
haven't
watch
seen
it.
it.
Is How to Train Your Dragon, folks.
What?
I am How to Train Your Dragon is live action. Yes, it's something
No,
else.
no, no, it's
No,
not.
go
No,
watch it.
it's not.
Go watch it.
Ah.
I will sit and debate with anybody that How to Train Your Dragon uh, trilogy is one of the best animation trilogy of all time.
Oh, it's great.
It is freaking great. It's for kids, but it also has kids
It's
dealing
got some
with
adult elements in
trauma,
there.
dealing with death,
Yeah.
dealing with how do you go
Yeah.
on with life without your parents, with all that. Like it
Yeah.
comes in full circle in the third one as a man having to make hard decisions in life to let go of certain this this trilogy. I'm going to say, and I might get flagged for this, it's either number two or number three of all time. It is great.
Trilogies? Movie trilogies?
Yes, I will put it up there.
Really?
I will put it up there. Oh no, for
I mean,
animation,
I'm
for animation. Sorry,
oh,
for
okay. I was like,
animation, not for live action. It's different. Live action, it might be down to number 10, maybe top
okay,
10,
in
I would say,
trilogies.
but
But no, it's yeah, it's
it's great.
as far as animated trilogies, I can't for
Yeah,
the life of me think of one that I would what would you put above it?
Probably Toy Story.
If they had ended it with Toy Story
If
3,
they, but that's the thing. Do they count it as a trilogy? I don't know. That's the
no,
question.
it's a
It's a
franchise.
franchise now. I agree. So we'll talk about. But anyways,
So there's a live action How to Train Your Dragon. There's live
yes.
action
No,
Moana.
no. But here's the thing: you have to watch before you judge the Moana live action because there's been pictures of from the set that's already in there that's coming out. If you watch the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon, it is beautiful. It's
Is
awesome.
it for
It's
live action?
for live action. Go look at it. If it works for How to Train Your Dragon, I'm optimistic for the live action Moana. It could, if they do it right, because the one thing
Sure.
about the one thing about How to
My,
Train Your Dragon
go ahead.
is we know what the people are gonna look like. In fact, Gerard Butler, he voiced the dad in the animation.
Yeah.
He's playing the dad in the live action too.
Oh,
So that's good
really?
there. That's good there because I like the voice.
I mean, at
But
least there's consistency there.
yeah,
That's one thing. But
but the number one question was to that we all want to know is how would Toothless look like? Oh my gosh.
really,
It is
looks good, huh?
incredible. I'm
Okay.
looking at him like that's live action. That
Like
looks like a real
photorealistic
that looks like a
CG.
real freaking dragon standing in front of a real boy.
Okay. Okay.
So the news is that Moana is starting to film, um, starting production filming. But also that's one of the questions is how will it look? The other question that the news is talking about is The Rock being in this movie. We love The Rock, right?
Do we?
I don't know. Lately, he's not been doing so well endorsing what's her name?
Why? Who cares?
Kamala
Like
Harris.
endorse whoever you
You
want
want, I
politically.
agree.
I don't care, right? But
But to push
as
it
far
to
as
I get that. But it's not set well with people on the other side. I
yeah,
don't really care.
well, yeah,
I don't
no,
care.
like people.
I know. And on top of that, there's been rumors of him being lazy, always being late that came out that they did a report on him that he's
I
a
can see that bit
yeah,
of a
so
diva.
I can see that too. So now he hasn't had really any big hits lately. Ever since Black Adam, his movie has been terrible. Red
Yeah,
Notice,
they
or not
just
Red Notice is terrible. It's not a
Red
good
Notice. What
movie.
was the Santa Claus
Yeah,
one
it's so
with the?
it's I don't
I
think it's
haven't.
like
Did you see it?
yeah, yeah, I did.
Is it
I don't
out?
it's out. I don't think it's
Okay.
like a terrible, terrible movie. There's some stuff in there, the elements that I think could is really good. It has, but once you put the Rock in there fighting, I don't know, it didn't fit. It just I don't know, that part I lost. But anyway, it's not doing well. So now the
So he got
rumor,
typecast.
yeah, basically. But now the rumor comes out. It's like, is it is it good to have the Rock to be in Moana because he hasn't had a good movie in a
Since
very long
Moana.
time. Yeah, what do you think?
I don't. I, my biggest hang up is making a live action movie out of an animated movie that we all loved.
I agree.
Right? Like how it's another Disney live action remake or LARM, right?
Yeah,
It's and how many of them have done well?
two.
Cinderella?
Cinderella was the best one.
What was that? What was another one that did well?
Aladdin. Aladdin was good. Aladdin was really good.
Yeah.
Aladdin.
I'm tired of like let's just do a live action remake or photorealistic like The Lion King
Well,
and just make a shot for shot remake
well, I don't
of
think
it
well
of the story that we loved.
Cinderella wasn't
Cinderella
shot for
definitely
shot.
wasn't. No, it definitely wasn't.
Neither was Aladdin. They add different elements to it. There's
No, they had the same
backstories,
songs.
songs, and there's backstories to the bad guy, backstories to all that stuff. So even even Jasmine has a purpose in her life.
Yeah, you gotta pad
So
the
there's
runtime to get
elements.
into a full length
So
movie these days. If it's not over 2 hours, people
I
aren't gonna
know.
go to the movies.
But here's my
It's
thing
not worth
though.
my money.
I don't mind making it live action, but you have to adapt to what you can't just have it shot for shot like Lion King. The problem with Lion King is
Right.
to me is first of all, the Beyonce song was stupid. I don't like Beyonce.
No.
She's a bad influence and she's racist. I don't care what people say. I don't people
Fair
think that she's
enough.
not she's racist. Anyways, but um the only part about Lion King was it's just there was the expression of the animal was not there.
Oh
And
yeah.
so when the
Yeah.
emotion part comes into it, it's very lackluster. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
cry. I cry when well I cry even now that I'm a dad when Mufasa died. And now they're having
In the animated
Mufasa
one.
now they're having Mufasa live action coming out too.
Oh,
But that's what's wrong
dude. Like, okay,
with
I
Lion
like
King.
I like I get like borrowing elements from a story or like even adapting a story.
Yeah.
But when we're just doing like, let's take the same IP, the
Yeah.
same name, and just make it live action and change it a little bit for the medium. Like,
I
can
know.
we not do something new anymore?
But
Like, when did Moana get released? What year was that?
oh man, this I don't remember. It was 2015, maybe
Yeah,
16.
something like that.
It's been a
Something like
while.
that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like
Look,
doing a live action remake,
we're off we're off a beating path here. We're not talking about but what I'm talking about is
it's right. My issue with it is the same with most live action remakes. Like we already had a great story with, I don't know, let's say Snow White, Cinderella, Aladdin,
it was
The
Snow
Lion
White.
King, Moana.
So Snow White got they had to go back and do a reshoot. And
I know they
so
did. I know.
yeah,
I know. I know.
because the dwarf was terrible.
But they're still doing it.
I know. And
That's
here's
my.
the thing.
I just don't like that they're doing all of this. I don't like. That's what I don't like.
Okay. Well, I disagree with you to only to a couple
Sure.
of movies because I love Cinderella. I
Yeah.
cannot watch the animation one. I think that's a terrible movie. I'm
Well, the
serious.
live action Cinderella wasn't a musical, was it? I don't
No, it's
remember.
not a musical, but
Yeah,
it
and then
was
I think that's
it
probably
was
why they
freaking
and they visually did great. Who
but
was the fairy
but the
godmother?
music, but
Helen Bottom Carter.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
And
it was good.
it was directed by Kenneth Branagh. Kenneth
Oh,
Branagh,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
He
Kenneth
is so
Branagh.
Cinderella is the best live action Disney remake. Then I go with Aladdin. And I do agree it doesn't always work, but I like like I love Cinderella. I also love Aladdin. Aladdin live action works for me because it does give you a perspective. I don't mind the remakes of all these animation into live action. I just don't want it to be political or political size or add certain things that oh, we have an
Okay.
agenda. Like if you make certain character gay, why? You give me a purpose if you're
Yeah.
gonna do
Yeah.
that. But if you're just gonna do it for the sake of doing it because you want to be woke,
Right.
I don't like that. That's to me is you're shoving your political view or your ideology into people's lives when we don't care about that. We just want you to tell a story
Just tell a good story.
story from the from the original one, but you can add and sprinkle in some new element into it, just like Cinderella did, and as well as Aladdin did. And so, Beauty and the Beast was fine. The only problem I had with Beauty and the Beast was it was very lackluster when that moment. There was a moment in the movie of each movie of the animation, Cinderella, the grand entrance into the ball when she
Yeah.
walks in, it was grand. The dance, it was spectacular. I
Yeah.
get goosebumps every time I watch it. I love the music to that. In Aladdin, when you fly in the carpet, that's the
Oh
iconic
yeah.
moments.
Yeah.
Iconic moments. So Beauty and the Beast had their iconic moment is when they dance on the floor. You know that song,
Oh, the
Taylor Swift.
ballroom. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Beauty and the Beast
yeah.
song.
But it was so lackluster.
Yeah.
It wasn't as spectacular as we want it to be. And
Right.
granted, everybody always stomp on Emma Watson because she can't sing. And
Yeah. Who
but
cares?
you can't compare her to the original singer, which she was great, the original singer. Emma
Well, yeah, they
Watson.
hired her. That was why they hired her, was so that she would sing the songs.
Yeah, but
Right. This was back in the day when they cast a different voice for the acting and the singing
correct
parts.
because the girl
Right.
that
This.
sing Ariel song,
Yeah.
"Part of This World," is the same girl who sings Mulan, right, babe? The same
Is
girl
that
who
the same
sings
girl?
who sing "A Part of This World" and Ariel. It's the same girl who sing Mulan, the Reflection song. Not Reflection. Well, it was another song that
Was it
she
the
sang.
same voice actress, the same singer? I might need
No,
to.
but she sang something else though. I thought she did. Okay,
I
I
thought
I read
I thought she
somewhere,
sang for Belle in Beauty and the Beast. So
or
maybe
maybe it
I'm
was
wrong.
Belle. It was one of. See, I don't know. I don't. Anyways, but I
Yeah, we
saw
may need to.
something.
Yeah,
I saw something
somebody
where it's
fact
one
check
of the
us. Put it in the comments.
Jasmine. Yeah,
She sang for
the
Jasmine in Aladdin.
the girl who singing voice, not
Right,
the
not the
singing
voice
part. Yeah,
actress.
but the girl that sings for Jasmine sings other character in the Disney animation in a different movie.
Yeah,
So that's what they
yeah,
do. Yeah. So I'm okay with Emma Watson. Not the best singer, but it's okay.
yeah.
But the movie was not as good as the other two. So I I have hope. I think
I
The
yeah.
Rock, I think The Rock would be fine. I don't think he'll hinder the movie, but I do think that his days of being that steroid, like when you remember like Fast and the Furious, they needed help. They put in The Rock and he's the
Oh
steroid.
yeah,
He pumps it up, the franchise steroid. His day
yeah,
of doing that is done because
yeah.
and he's a good actor. Go watch Pain and Gain. He was
Oh
really good
yeah,
in
yeah,
he was really good in that movie. And so,
yeah.
anyways, Moana live action is coming. La Moana 2 animation is coming out next week actually. And so
So that's another issue I have. They're making a sequel while they're making a remake. Like it's the
yeah,
timeline is too short.
you
Give it
should,
some time.
well, I
Let it
don't know.
marinate.
I
That's
think
my
I think
thoughts.
the animation one won't come out till 2025, which is next year. So that's
The live action.
live action one. So
Okay.
anyways, let us know what I know we got off track, but it's a good conversation because let us know what you think of these Disney live action. Do you like them? Do you appreciate them? Because no matter what, even if it suck, you still have the original you can go back to. I didn't like Little Mermaid live action. I thought it was dumb. I didn't like the. It
Oh, I
was
didn't even
not
see
as
it.
yeah.
I
It
did.
was
I
terrible.
boycotted it.
Yeah, it was terrible. Uh, they're also trying to make Prince Charming live action,
What?
starring Chris Hemsworth. Is rumor I
Oh,
bet.
good
Go read it. Anyways, folks,
heavens!
let us know what you think of these live action. Do you like them? Should they keep making them? Are you gonna go see them? I'm definitely seeing them because I'm curious what they can do with these things. I'm I love Cinderella is still will always be my favorite. That ballroom scene when she walked in and the dance is so freaking amazing. And so now my wife would say that her hair was not as great in that scene. She said she had a different hair, but that's just, girl stuff. And so, anyways, let us know down below. On to our next news. This will be our last one. Um, there's only really two that I want to talk about. So we all know that Disney has bought Fox into their family. It's been about 6 years now
Right?
since they bought Fox,
Yeah.
and they have all the IP of all the superheroes. So the
Don't tell me
question,
there's going to be like X-Men movies.
well, here we go. And we're
Oh,
we're all
okay. All
wondering, we're
right.
all wondering when are these X-Men going to come into the MCU? We
The
have
MCU.
we
Yeah.
have sprinkles of little bit of like Hank McCoy, the Beast. You see him at the end of the Marvels.
Oh, yeah.
You see him, but that's not our world. That's not our Earth.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
part of the
different Earth.
multiverse.
That's the multiverse. So when are we going to see these mutant? Miss Marvel, the series, hints that she has a mutant genes in her body. And at the end of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
series, you hear the X-Men music that plays when
Mm-hmm.
talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. So
All right. Yep. I remember that.
it's just how my wife pick her nose.
What
So
What's the news?
the news is Kevin Feige recently was asked, when are we gonna see these X-Men's character come into the MCU? That was the question he gave or was asked. And he recently has mentioned that they're gonna be in the next 2, 3 years that some of these characters will be appearing in some of the MCU movie. So are they gonna be in Fantastic Four, Captain America 4? Are they gonna be in these different? So I'm just wondering, for me, my question to you, Dave, or to anybody else, how are you gonna explain? How are you gonna introduce them into this world when you have never mentioned them in your entire movies of all the movies you made?
Right.
How
Right.
how can my question, how can these characters be written into this MCU?
How can they be brought into the MCU at this point?
At this point, it's either they're here, they've been here this whole time, and no one
Yeah.
mentioned it, which makes no sense to me. Because why would they hide their power when you have other people who has power that fighting and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, because of stuff like Civil War, like government regulation and oversight.
Maybe, but that doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. Wanda is the closest mutant in this series than anybody in the Marvel universe. She's a mutant,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it actually says it. Not says it, but in WandaVision, kind of hints the fact that she's not. She didn't have. She's not an experiment. She's
Oh
not.
yeah, yeah.
She's
She
not. She
already had
didn't build her
powers.
power, and she didn't put any experiment drugs in her, and she's not a god from a different planet. So how does
Yeah.
she get her power? So they hints that she was influenced by the power
Yes.
of the Scarlet Witch that changed her. I don't know. Is that mutant? With the way the music, or what if they do it where because of the snap that killed everybody, half the people, and when they snap
Oh,
back,
and when
something happened to
they
those
had some kind
people,
of
and
mutation.
have mutation go into the body, and they
I
realize
mean, that would make more sense
more sense,
than
right?
just, oh, they just have been,
Yeah,
underground this whole time.
yeah. And so I wonder if hey, can you hold on for just a second?
Yeah.
Hey, Philip, turn it down, buddy. Okay. Sorry, folks. My son plays Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart. This is he's really good at it. No, he is for a 2 year old.
That's awesome.
He's beating the game. It's
Good for
it's
him.
incredible. He's a prodigy. I digress.
Yeah.
Anyways, so how are they gonna come about? That's the only way I can think of is the effect of the snap, right?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think? How do you think they would come? How do you think they can be pushed into uh into this world?
I mean, I was gonna say something with the reality stone, but that's like not really, or beyond the infinity stones at this point. And we can't keep going back to those as a MacGuffin.
I agree.
Um,
You you have to end it to you have to let it die and move forward as Kylo Ren says to Rey. Let the past die.
kill it if you must. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the snap makes sense.
Well,
But
here's the
again, we're
thing.
going back.
Is the Fantastic Four gonna be mutants? Are they mutants? Because
They weren't,
technically
were
they
they
are.
in originally? Were they?
Yeah,
I guess
they're
they
the first.
were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the first family, mutant
Yeah.
family.
And we
So,
have seen Mr. Fantastic and Johnny Storm in the MCU this far.
oh yeah, that's true too. But they're not from this world.
No,
They're
they're
not
not.
from this earth, as we call it. So,
Is whatever 616, is that what
yeah,
universe the main MCU takes place in? Is that where the Fantastic Four is going to be? The one with Pedro Pascal,
I don't know. Somehow it says that it's going to be set in a futuristic 60. So are they from a
like an
different?
alternate 60s?
time travel?
Maybe
I don't know.
black holes, wormholes.
Maybe I don't know how they're gonna
Um,
bring them to the MCU, but we'll find out. I just thought it was really
yeah.
interesting how
So
he said
did
that we're
Kevin
gonna.
Feige say anything like in
No, he won't.
upcoming
He won't say which movie, and
Secret Wars?
he won't say how they're gonna come into the movie, but he mentioned that they're gonna be showing up. Storm. I guess my other question is who would be the first character to come in to be shown? They had you ever watch the series What If?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have Storm in there in season three trailer.
There's a third season of What If.
Yeah. There's also gonna be What
Okay.
If for Star Wars. Wait for that one.
Oh, all right.
And what if Anakin never get burned? What if he killed Obi-Wan?
Hmm. They already did that in a video game.
I know. He would have been powerful, guys. This is a different side note, but Anakin Skywalker, if he would have had his own body and became Darth Vader that way, he would have been the most powerful Jedi, the most powerful Sith combined ever. Just so you know.
No, no, I could see that.
Anyways, so I thought it was interesting. I brought out this news because I want to know how they would introduce these characters, and secondly, who would be the first one. And I saw the trailer for What If, and Storm is in it. So you think
Hmm.
Storm's gonna be the first one? And if she is, where's she from? I mean, Wakanda is based in Africa. Is she part of Wakandans? Is she lives there?
No.
Where's her power? She's been hiding this whole time. How are you going to introduce her if she's the first character into our MCU world?
Hmm.
Here's another side note. Denzel Washington is going to be in Panther 3, Black Panther 3.
The what? What's back? What?
Denzel Washington is going to be in Black Panther 3.
Why are they? Why are they having a Black Panther 3? That's my question.
That is a good.
Why do we need another one?
I have no clue. But what character is he going to play? Fill
I
up.
don't know. I don't know. Uh,
So I'm just wondering, like,
I'm
is he gonna
struggling,
play a
Tom.
character that could bridge the mutant world into the MCU world?
Oh, yeah,
I
maybe,
don't
but who would he
know.
play?
Maybe he's Storm's dad and
Maybe.
kept her, tame her somehow. I don't know. Or maybe he'll play Black Panther. Maybe he's a Black Panther.
There's so many mutants to choose from that you could
Yeah.
introduce.
Wolverine's
There's
already
a
in it.
lot.
Wolverine's in the universe. Not in the
Yeah,
616 world,
but in the multiverse.
in the multiverse. So is he coming back? I don't. My money's on Storm because she will be in the MCU. Because what if it's part of the MCU
Is
to a
part of the
certain extent?
MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I just
Your money's on Storm.
yeah, maybe Wolverine, a new one.
Who would they who would they cast as
I don't
Wolverine?
know.
What would be the context?
Henry Cavill was in talk to play in a character in
The
MCU. He could be Wolverine.
Cavalry.
Wolverine. He was in it. He looks pretty bad in that movie, man.
I could be. I could see him in the MCU somewhere. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
I can see
Um,
that too.
I'm just trying to think of who.
I don't
Like,
know.
it's got to be one of the main ones.
It
Professor
has to be.
X. It's got to,
Is he gonna?
or Jean Grey, Cyclops. It's got to be one of the main ones, right?
I'd
You can't
agree.
just take some obscure character from the X-Men franchise and introduce mutants into this universe
No,
and make
it's
it make
got to be something
sense.
big. Somebody. I'm curious to see Fantastic Four first. When I see that movie, I'm gonna have an idea
Yeah,
of how it
yeah,
because they're mutants. These guys are mutants. So how are they gonna introduce that aspect to the MCU world? I mean, Ant-Man's not a mutant.
yeah.
The only one that's close to
No,
a mutant is the Hulk. Am I wrong?
um,
But
yeah,
he's not
no.
changed naturally. His mutation,
That's the same with like all of them, though, right? Like except for maybe
but they use
Wanda.
serum though. they use serum. They're not
Yeah. So
affected by
Captain
certain
America, there's a
radiation.
serum.
Because Miss
Yeah.
Marvel, she didn't use serum. She was affected by how did she get her power? Now I forgot. Crap, I gotta go back.
I
But it's
I'm
not
only remembering
I
the
know it's not an injection of a serum to make her strong and have those abilities.
right.
Mutants genes are naturally mutated into having that power,
Yeah.
an effect to a certain
They're born with
radiation.
it.
Yeah, they're born with it or something that's passed down. So I don't know. Maybe that's they can get away with doing that, but I'm not sure. And so I'm interested
Yeah.
to see where they're going. The MCU is right now. It's just not where it needs to be. Star Wars.
Yeah.
I know it's not about Star Wars. Star
Yeah.
Wars is going left and right. They cancel another. They move the Ray. Well, it was going to be the Ray saga.
Skywalker
Skywalker,
movie.
yeah, Ray. But now they push it back and they replace it with another movie, Ice Age 6. I can't believe that thing is still
No.
going on. I love
We're
that.
still going on with
Oh
Ice
man,
Age.
I know.
This
I
is
love the
becoming the land
shows.
before time, man.
I know, man. And so Star Wars is just all over the place. They just signed. Apparently, the rumor is that they signed Simon Kimber into
Simon
writing.
Kimber.
He directed. He directed and wrote X-Men Phoenix Order of Phoenix or Phoenix, yeah, whatever that movie called, which was
What
terrible.
did you just call it, the Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah, it was called. But he also wrote Days of Future Past, which was
Oh, that was actually a pretty good one. That was probably one of the
that's
better.
X2 and Days of Future Past are the best
Yeah, I'm
X-Men
with you.
movie of all the X
Those two are the best for sure.
X, and then you got the X-Men for X-Men with what's her with what's his name? McAvoy.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh, First
those
Class,
trailers.
X-Men
Yeah,
First Class.
First
That was a good
Class
one.
was good, and then it went downhill from there. But anyway,
I thought the Wolverine was all right.
it was good. I mean, besides
Logan was pretty
Logan,
good.
Logan was really good. Logan was one of
So
my
there
favorites.
was like X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was terrible. And then there was the Wolverine, and then Logan. The Wolverine was all right.
But yeah, so he's rumored to take charge of of the new trilogy that's going to come out.
Okay.
And now they're saying that the Ray character, Ray, apparently she's Ray Skywalker now, but so stupid. But her character is gonna play like an Obi-Wan type character
Hmm.
to mentor to
Hmm.
all that for other Jedi.
There's a new
Okay,
series
okay.
coming out
Hold
too
on.
with Jude
Let's talk
Law,
about this.
right?
Hold on. Folks, before we start with this rant that I want to go on, let us know what you think of how are the mutants going to be introduced to the MCU and who would
Oh
be
yeah.
the first mutant to show up. According to Kevin Feige, that they're going to be coming. Some of the character will be in some of the movies in the future. They're introducing them in the future movies, as they say. And whenever when that will mark my word, I think it's going to be Storm. I don't know how they're going to introduce her and how they're going to write these mutants into this world. We're
Yeah.
going to find out. But
Yeah.
let us know down below what you think. And so let's move forward. We were just done talking about Star Wars. My issue is I'm so done with the freaking Skywalker series. I you have
Yeah, we gotta move on.
9 stinking movie about the stupid Skywalker. I'm just
Yeah.
I the only good trilogy that has Skywalker influence is the original trilogy. New
Yeah.
Hope was
Yeah.
okay. Empire was the best. And
Yep.
then Return of the Jedi,
Jedi was all right.
It's just New Hope Part Two. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Go back and watch. I know people are like, no, no, no. Go back and watch it. The plot is the same damn thing. They're trying to throw up a Death
It's
Star.
just
What are they
another
trying to
Death
do the
Star.
first one? Anyways, yeah. Then you have Rogue One, which was great.
Yep.
Because we didn't hear anything about the Skywalkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we have
Darth
Andor.
Vader was in it though.
Darth Vader was in it. I don't care. That's fine.
Andor was
One
great.
but he's not a Skywalker.
Yeah.
So, and here's another
Um.
thing. Andor was great. We didn't hear anything about
Yeah.
Skywalker.
Yeah. We didn't hear anything about
So
Skywalker's there.
I'm just so done. I want them. It's Star Wars, far, far away. There are other galaxies. There are other stinking group of people who are, you know, that we can have interesting. I'm sure
I
we
mean, they
can
tried
write.
to introduce
Here's the
another
thing.
galaxy with Ahsoka.
I know. Here's the thing. The problem with Lucasfilm, and I agree with this with Christian Harloff, who is one of the guys that I listen to on YouTube consistently. He'll never listen to this, but it's okay. Christian Harloff says that to make Star Wars significant again, you need to get rid of all the executive, Kathleen Kennedy,
Oh yeah, just
all the people
put
who's
them all in
running
the chopping
Lucasfilm.
block.
Get them
No one
out.
is safe.
Get them
Start
out.
from
Start
scratch.
from scratch because before I say anything, Kathleen Kennedy is one of the greatest producers of all time. If you don't know who she is, go look at her resume. Back to the Future,
Yeah,
E.T.,
yeah,
Jurassic Park. That's her. She's the producer in all those movies. And so she's been around. She knows. But there's a difference, and this is from Christian Harloff, and I agree with him. There's a difference between being a producer and being the head of the studio. They're different.
yeah,
They're two
yeah,
different things. You cannot do both because you have no clue what you're doing as a producer. You care about what the budget is, you care how much people get paid and how to support these, the financial part is burdens falls upon the producers, which is true. Head of the studio is different, man. You make
yeah.
decisions
They needed a Kevin Feige type.
type. Yeah, they do. And so they need to get rid of that. Star Wars has so many. Look, people hate on Acolyte. I loved it. I thought it was fine. I know the acting wasn't
Yeah,
so great. The plot, there were certain things in there that I'm like, okay, that makes no sense for you to go
yeah. The
just
writing was kind of terrible,
yeah,
and
terrible. But the
more
but
than not, more often than not in that series, the
act,
writing was terrible. The
yeah,
dialogue didn't make
but
sense.
the
The
action,
character motivation didn't make sense.
no,
But the action was good. No, I
the
like the
action
action.
was great, and that's the only reason
Most
why I
part,
watched
yeah.
that again. Ahsoka
Yeah,
was okay.
especially the two Asians with the lightsabers going
Yep.
at it. They were the best.
Yes, they were, and I love the bad guy. What's his name? I
I
love
don't know, the
his
Filipino
motivation.
dude.
Yeah, I love his arc. It was it was good. I wanted more of him. Pretty predictable though. We all knew it was him, but
Yeah, right, right.
anyways, I think to me, one of the things they have to make Star Wars is to get away from the Skywalker series or saga or people or whatever. The only thing that I
Yeah,
know why
let's
they
move
don't,
on.
there's one reason that I know that they will never go away from the Skywalker series is because they cannot piss off the people who believe that the Skywalker is the greatest Jedi of all time. You can write far, far away from other galaxy. That's a character that's stronger, and they're afraid to do that because they don't want to ruin the Skywalker name, not only for the movies, but for merchandising.
Yeah,
That is a big part, guys.
yeah.
Toys,
Merchandising. That reminds me of Spaceballs.
baseball, yeah. So remember that they will never go away from the Skywalker because you could write another story that is more significant and more powerful than than Luke
And
Skywalker.
it could be completely different.
And can be
We
something
don't even
different,
need to have lightsabers in that
but they
galaxy. They
would
don't have
not.
to exist.
Nope. But they would not do it because they can't get away from that name because it's already been imprinted in all the Star Wars product, everything, products, merchandise,
Yeah,
all of it.
yeah.
And I don't know if the fan would, except they're afraid that we're too stupid. They think that we're too stupid you know, to move
Like,
on.
as long as they tell a good story,
That's why I hate. I know, Santa.
like this
Anyways,
unknown, unseen power doesn't have to be called the Force.
nope, it does not.
I
And
mean, they
yeah,
tried to call it the thread, but
that's why it's so dumb. But anyways, well, what's your thoughts on that, Dave? You think that they should get rid of Kathleen Kennedy?
I think that Disney should sell Star Wars to someone else.
That's not a bad idea.
That's what
Lucas,
I think.
they should sell it to Apple.
Oh yeah, let Apple have a go at it. That'd be fun.
Apple, if you guys
Yeah.
are sleeping on Apple streaming service, they got some great show on their
Yeah.
streaming
Oh
service.
yeah.
And they could
Yeah.
buy Lucasfilm. They have enough money. They can buy Disney if they want to. They're
Yeah. The
not
problem
there.
is they're not an entertainment business. They're a tech company
But they're going into
that
the business.
has entertainment
Yeah, hold on, I gotta
properties.
stand up. I'm getting
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Yeah, sell off Lucasfilm. Let somebody else have a go at it. Um, don't even like you don't even need to get rid of your executives. Just find them another job and
no.
just get them off of Star Wars.
I think they need to gut him, sell it and gut him.
Oh, just
That's just my opinion.
everyone's on the chopping block. Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. Sell it. Let someone completely different have the
Uh,
reins of Star Wars and Lucasfilm.
I cannot defend Star Wars these days because they only have Rogue One as the Rogue One. Mandalorian was good the first two seasons. Third season was
Yeah,
lame, and now there's a
yeah.
movie they're coming out in 2025,
Oh man.
Grogu and the Mandalorian. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but I think, in my opinion, they should put Jon Favreau at the head of studio of Lucasfilm
Oh yeah, you do a good job.
because
I
as a
think you do a good job.
creator, he would understand. Kathleen Kennedy does not understand. Notice how everybody has gone away from Star Wars.
Yeah,
Some of the great director and writers have been let go because Kathleen Kennedy cannot. She's not a creative mind in the sense of looking for that stories that people wanting. She's a
yeah.
producer. She comes from a producer side of business, so she doesn't understand. Do you think she cares about the novels? Guys.
No,
There's one movie that I want, but Kathleen Kennedy will never make it, and Lucasfilm will never do it because they're afraid to do it, and that she doesn't know about it. Probably, I don't even know if she knows about it. It's called Battlefront. It's
Battlefront. Those the games are based off of this.
no. So is it called Battlefront or called Battlefield? Anyway, it's one of those. It's a great book from the Star Wars novel series, and it talks
Okay.
about. I could be wrong, but it talks about how Darth Vader is at the height of his power, and he's going around hunting Jedi's, killing killing them all,
Oh yeah,
bloody. There's
that would
wars
be
going on.
interesting.
He's in there wrecking shop.
Would it be? You would think it'd be like a series or multiple
A
seasons of
movie.
a
I want a
series
movie.
that
I
they could
want
do
a
this with?
movie. I want a movie on this.
A movie. Okay.
Remember in Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Obi-Wan series, when you first see
Yeah.
Darth Vader come into that town and he like he goes and he
Oh yeah.
snaps
He
that kid.
just
That
yeah.
that right there is in that book.
Oh okay.
He's great. Now, it should be a one-off movie, just a Darth Vader killing Jedi, hunting Jedi. It would be a great movie, man. I'm telling you, but they're never gonna do it. They're never gonna do it because they're not they have the wrong person at the head of the studio, in my opinion. She's a Hall of Famer, man. She's a one of the greatest producer, but she doesn't have the creative mind like certain people do, like John Favreau and so. But anyway, I can talk
Yeah.
about
Yep.
this. It's been done. We talked about this all the time, but
Yeah.
that's the same. So, anyways, let me know. Do you think they should get rid of Kathleen Kennedy? If you want to watch a great, great soliloquy, discourse on this, go check out Christian Harloff show. It's on YouTube. He talks about this all the time. He stands by it. He says that you have to get the top and put creative
Okay.
people on top,
Yeah.
like a Kevin Feige type.
Like
Because
Kevin Feige type.
he's he's in charge of Marvel Studios. He's the head of it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing. Although not lately, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, folks, I think that's it for us today. Well, it's been a while and it's been fun to just
Yeah.
chat with you guys. Let us know what we can talk about. We'll do more of news. I like news stuff because we can talk about what's going on in the world. And so we'll come back with you
Yeah,
next
that's
time.
fun.
Thank you, Dave, for your time. It's pretty late where you at. I forgot you
Yeah.
were in the East Coast, man. 2 hours. I thought you were
I'm
home.
Central Time. I'm
Central
Central
Time.
Time.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So I'm only an hour ahead.
Oh, out here. Oh, okay, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
folks,
after 11.
uh, be patient with us. We have lives, and so we don't
Yeah.
put out a lot of these lately, but we'll be more consistent. And so, but until next time.